What's going on, everybody? And welcome to the Powers Sports Network. I'm your host, Jackson Powers, and today I'm here to talk to you guys about Indianapolis Colts OTAs, because the OTAs happened this past week, and, haven't made a video about it at all, been very quiet, so without further ado, I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to get right into it. So, the first big thing that came out of OTAs this past week was Anthony Richardson. Looked very good, but his shoulder started bugging him, which I'm not going to overreact to. Anthony Richardson, he had shoulder surgery less than a year ago on his throwing shoulder, and he was held out of the last day of OTAs or the last day of practice this past week, just because his shoulder was bugging him a little bit, and it was shoulder soreness, and the trainers, they weren't concerned about it. Richardson's not concerned. Shane Steichen's not concerned about it, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's a very normal thing. Anthony Richardson, like I said, he had shoulder surgery on his throwing shoulder less than a year ago, so that's a big reason why I'm sure he was experiencing some soreness, and also his timeline to return fully was in July, and he started throwing in February, so it was bound to happen at some point. I mean, because Shane Steichen did say if they had a game this week, Richardson would be playing, so it's really not that serious. They held him out as a precautionary thing because that's it. Just, you don't want him to get hurt. You don't want to give him the Andrew Luck treatment. Definitely don't want that to happen. So a little PTSD for Colts fans after seeing that, but Richardson will be fine. He's a young guy. He's going to recover, take a couple days off, rest his shoulder up. He'll be fine. He was still out there practicing handoffs and stuff like that. I even saw some clips of him practicing throwing with his left hand, so that could be something. But this is why you bring in a veteran backup quarterback like Joe Flacco, because he took over running the first team offense the last day of OTAs. And then, I don't know if it's the last day of OTAs. Real Professional Network we got going on here, but it was the last day of this past week. So Richardson sat out the last day. Joe Flacco ran the offense, and like I said, that's why it's important to have a guy like that who can come in and run the offense if Richardson has to sit out a little bit. And it's just good to have a veteran backup quarterback. It always is. Even if your quarterback isn't coming off of an injury, it's still nice to have that. So that was the main story coming out of OTAs. The second thing I want to talk about is Adonai Mitchell. He has been putting on a show in OTAs. Him and Richardson have been building up a really good connection, and I was saying when we drafted him, he was a top 5 receiver in the draft, and he only fell because his interview skills were bad. That was the only reason he fell, because he is such a good receiver. Even back in rookie minicamp, he was burning everybody. Now, I understand most of those corners are people that are not going to make the team, but he continued to have that success against the whole fucking our secondary, which, I mean, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but Adonai Mitchell, I'm very high on him, and I really, really think he's going to do big things, and I'd be crazy to say he's going to win Rookie of the Year, but, I mean, I'd put money on it, but I'm not smart with betting. Anyway, moving on from that, I want to go back to Anthony Richardson, because I did mention him. He has put on some muscle over the offseason. Apparently he weighs like 250-something pounds now. That's what he said on the Pat McAfee show the other day. He's looking like a linebacker, and he's playing quarterback. So Anthony Richardson, he's going to be dangerous for sure. And the team, they're just looking really, really good, and I'm excited for this upcoming season. I mean, I really don't have much to say. I did go ahead and order myself an Adonai Mitchell jersey. I had to custom make it so I could get it quicker because his jersey is on pre-order right now, so I custom made it because they didn't have it in white, and I really wanted a white one, so I went ahead and got me a jersey of Adonai Mitchell. So, yeah, the Indianapolis Colts OTAs, I believe, have wrapped up, and it went really well. Richardson's looking good. Adonai Mitchell's looking good. Latu, another one of our rookies, he's looking really good. The offense, Pittman, he had to sit out a little bit just for precautionary things, but he's looking good, and I think the Colts are about to be a very, very dangerous team. And yeah, that's really all I got. This is a shorter episode, but hey, it is what it is. It's OTAs. There's not a whole lot to talk about. There'll be a lot more to talk about once training camp happens and all that. Our draft picks are looking good. And hopefully we still make a move and go get a veteran corner before the season starts. That'd be something I'd really like to see. But I feel like the more and more the season goes on, or the offseason goes on, that's not going to happen. So, yeah, that's really all I got. The Indianapolis Colts are hopefully going to do very well this season. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Power Sports Network. Yeah, sure, that's what we're going with. If you liked the episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications. Follow everything in the description box. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.